Thank you so much for dropping off your earnest money and for scheduling your inspection. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about the inspection objection and the resolution process. I want to tell you a little bit about the timeline. So, you're going to have an inspection that's going to be done, and within about 24 hours, they're going to give you a report. Then we will set up a time to do a consultation and take a look at that report. And from that, we'll put together an inspection objection, which is a list of all of the things that we would ask the seller to fix. The seller will typically have a few days from when we give them our objection to create a resolution, which is a list of items that they say that they will fix. And then they have a good amount of time until closing to complete those repairs. Setting realistic expectations, I want you to know that your inspection report is going to be quite long, and it might even make you think that the house is falling down. I promise you, it's not. You want your inspector to be thorough, because we want as much information right now as possible to know whether this is the right home for you. Another thing you might notice is that sometimes inspectors will not go beyond what they're comfortable explaining and will actually ask that we have further inspections done. If there's a crack in the wall, they might say that we need to get a structural engineer out there to take a look at it. In cases like this, a lot of times we can put the burden of further investigation on the seller and have them pay for that. Another realistic expectation that I want to set is that occasionally we'll put together a list of things that we want the seller to take care of, and they decline to take care of many of those items, and that can be frustrating. In situations like that, I want you to know that I'm always working for you, and we will do everything that we can possibly do to get these things resolved. And if it doesn't make sense, we can always terminate. My job is to work for you, and it's always to let you know what it'll take to get into the home that you've identified. Your job for me is always to let me know when you're no longer comfortable, and we'll do what's right. When it comes to resolving these inspection items, we have a lot of options. So we have a lot of room to negotiate. The sellers can repair, the sellers can give credits towards repairs later, we can do repair escrows, or we could get price reductions. As with all negotiations, there's going to be some back and forth, and it might take a little bit of time. We might have to get second opinions, and we might do a few volleys before we find something that really makes sense for both buyer and seller. Regardless of what kind of market we're in, health and safety issues are things that we almost always get resolved or repaired. Once we come to a list of items that both buyer and seller agree upon, that will be our inspection resolution. And upon signing that, we're past this step. For the items that made it onto the resolution, we'll be keeping track of receipts and work to be done. For the items that didn't make it on the list, know that we've got resources and can help you to find a solution for those after closing. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. We always appreciate it, and we're always here for any questions that you have. Remember, the next one is going to be about appraisals. Keep your eye out. Thanks again for watching. If you want to skip ahead to the next video, go ahead and click right here. And please subscribe to our channel. We are always posting new content relevant to the real estate market. Also, please follow us on social media. Our links are below.